Hello, guys. How's your weekend? How have you been? I hope you had a great, fantastic weekend, ready to face the market this week. In this video, what we're going to be breaking down are some fundamentals of this coming week. Obviously, the major pairs, some indices like gold, some indices like NAS100, volatility 75. We're going to look how we took the trade, and also we'll be looking at a commodity, which is gold. So without further ado, let's dive right into this. So in this video, we're going to start off with the fundamentals. Obviously, today is Monday. Some pound events have already passed here. As you can see, most of them were negatively impacting the pound. So I believe the pound became a little bit bearish, although the GDP was the strong one. This manufacturing production wasn't that strong. So tomorrow's events, we have average earning index, right? The interest rate of the NZ will be the strongest event of the day and the week in general, right? Okay, we have on Wednesday, CPI for the pound, PPI for the US, interest rate for the CAD, another very strong event, right? And then we have, I love the CAD event, by the way, because it has no fake outs, like false movements. While it starts moving, it has started moving, right? That's what I love about that one. The Aussie employment change, I love it. This week is going to be crazy, packed with fundamentals that are very strong, guys. Interest rate, euro, crazy. Initial jobless claim, US, right? And then we have on Friday will be a holiday for most of the almost all of the countries. So that means there'll be very small volume in the market. So I won't be trading on Friday. My trading week will end on Thursday. So this week, actually, I'll be trading looks like 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, because I don't really trade on Mondays anyways. So let's dive right into the charts. Let's look at the charts, guys. So those are the fundamentals of the week, right? Charts. Let's look at the charts, guys. Let's look at the charts. Starting off with GBPUSD. With GBPUSD, I took this breakdown from a weekly perspective. Let's start from there. I took this from a weekly perspective. And from this weekly perspective, you can see that prices are in this big bearish triangle, right? And they just broke below here. This is the previous broken market structure. And you can see last week, excuse me, let me remove this. You can see last week prices closed with a very crazy doji, right? It shows rejection below here in a very strong manner, indicating that prices were rejected heavily from going below this structure. That means prices will have no other choice but go up and look for more bullish pressure, either in this previous broken market structure or over here, up here, right? So that means over here we have two scenarios. Prices might bounce off here, or they might come all the way up here before they actually break below, right? So that's what I expect to happen on GBPUSD. But you can see this is a very strong move right here. So that bullish move, we're not going to let it go to waste. We're going to look for entries, opportunities in it, right? So now dissecting it from the 4 hours, you can see prices did break above that. So here prices are right now actually creating this. So for a safe entry, you should be waiting for prices to break above here, retest, or just a breakout, and then you take your trade all the way to go up here. That's for a safe entry. But you can actually take a risky entry down to the 1 hour because, you know, want to make this money. I'm just playing anyways. So down to the 1 hour, you can actually take a risky entry. You can place it like this, maybe this trend. Let me go to the 4 hour and change the setting on this one, the visibility. Okay, never mind. Okay, so this is on the 1 hour. You can take a risky entry. This has already broken, you can see that. So on the 1 hour, you can take a risk entry. You can see it broke above here, and right now prices are actually trying to gain more bullish momentum. It's crazy. So you can take a risky entry down to the 1 hour here. So, but if you take your entry, your stop loss should be below this last swing, below the triangle here, and you can actually get a decent trade right here on GBPUSD. Just to the first structure, here you have 1:3, and if prices do make it here, that's 1:8.89. That's almost 1:9. So it's a great trade. It's a great trade. You should be looking for entries in this trade if you're actually looking to swing GBPUSD, right? So this is how you should be expecting it. Okay, GBPUSD. And then we have EURUSD. Okay, so looking at it from a daily perspective, you can see that prices are in this ending diagonal pattern. Like, it's crazy, but it's an extending ending diagonal. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then from here you see prices are on this support area, and prices did close with a doji on Friday, indicating a lack of momentum. So that means I'll be expecting to see prices bounce and look for 5 up here, right? So that means when we go down to the 4 hours, that's from a daily perspective, by the way, right? That's a daily perspective. So now we're going down to the 4 hour and see what's up. You can see prices opened with a gap, but has already been filled, and then prices started pushing higher. So for a safe entry, you should wait for this breakout above here. That's for a safe, riskless entry, right? But then for an aggressive entry, you can go down to the lower time frames, and then you can actually look for this for a market structure, like maybe down here. You can see that prices did retrace to all the way down here. After filling this gap, prices went up. Now they're retesting. So you can actually take a trade after this has been engulfed, and that would be a risky entry, right? Your stop loss, your stop loss should be, if your entry will be there, your stop loss should be below here, below this previous swing for safety, right? You don't want to be stopped out of a good trade. So it's going to be a very good trade, a decent trade, obviously. First targets maybe will be around here, previous high. That's a 1:7. That's a great trade. So that's EURUSD, as you can see there. So yeah, EURUSD. We'll go to the next pair, GBPUSD. GBPUSD, let's look at it from a daily perspective, right? From a daily perspective, you can see now prices were in this descending, right? This descending triangle, it's a descending channel, right? Now prices and then created an internal pattern within a pattern, right? So that means they created this triangle, and then prices broke below it. So that means the distance from the top to the bottom of this triangle should be the same distance from the breakout to where the take profit should be, and that's where this next zone is. So I'm anticipating prices to push lower until this at around 1.27 on GBPUSD. Okay, so now let's look at I have a very small watch list this week, right? So let's look at NAS100. Somebody requested that I talk a bit about it. So we started off this with from the weekly perspective. Prices were actually, let me remove this. Prices closed with a great bearish engulfing. So that means crazy bearish move. So, and you can see prices have opened and they're still pushing lower. So I'll be anticipating prices to keep on heading lower all the way until down here, right? That's what's up. So on the 4 hours, that's where we're actually looking for action. You can see prices are now having small candles. That means a lack of momentum. A lack of momentum. So that means we'll be looking for prices to retest at least the previous broken market structure to gain more bullish momentum before it actually, keeps on heading higher. And these are our areas of interest. So either here or right there, right? So this is a minor trend down here. You can see prices on 0.5 style. Or let's put it on 0.61. So you can see prices at around here. That's why I'll be expecting a retest. Now, if prices do break above there, I'll be looking at this as a bigger picture as such, whereas prices will be retracing until at around somewhere in this zone right here. At around 0.618 in this zone, that's what I'll be expecting a retrace. So that's how I'm anticipating to see NAS100 play out. So yeah, after retracing here, I'll be expecting a drop, right? Let me just make it clear. By the way, this is forecasting, right? So the thing with forecasting is that you anticipate all the moves, like all the possibilities a move will be able to make. Therefore, you won't be caught off guard. That's what forecasting is. I'll make a video on it actually, because I actually realized like forecasting is way more important than people actually realize. Forecasting can actually change your trading. So stay tuned. If you still haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe so that you won't miss out on the future content. I'll be talking and creating a video on forecasting and how it helps you as a trader very, very soon. Let's move on. Gold. Okay, now gold prices on this resistance level. Although with a very strong bullish momentum, as you can see here, right? What I anticipate is that by forecast is that two scenarios might happen here: a break, retest, and a push, or a bounce off, a retest, and a push. So these are the two scenarios that I'm anticipating on gold. What I'm doing right now is actually waiting for market to create more data for me to know what to do, how to react on this point. So either I'll be looking for a third touch here. You can see we have first touch, second touch. I'll be anticipating a third touch on this previous broken market structure. If prices fail to break here, you can see prices were rejected in the previous 4 hours. So that means this is a strong structure. So we might see a bounce off, or if prices come in with a crazy heavy momentum during this New York session, we might see a break, retest, and then a push, right? So that's how I'm anticipating gold to play out. That's how I'm anticipating gold to play out in this beautiful trading week. Okay. So that's all about the currencies. Let's dive into the, volatility 75, our all-time favorite in this. Oh yeah. Okay. So excuse me, I got carried away a little bit. So I did send this chart in the previous on Saturday. I did send this on the channel, on my free Telegram channel. I did send this analysis. You can see prices were in this ascending triangle pattern, and they have broken above, and this was a clear retest. And I told you guys that prices are most likely going to push above, and which they did, and they still are, with a crazy bullish momentum. We took a trade. I told you our first targets will be when prices hit here, because as you can see, volatility 75, it's an uptrending index, but after a break of structure, it has the tendency of consolidating first before it actually pushes higher. So I anticipate prices did push higher here, will consolidate a bit before they actually, keep on pushing higher. But anything can happen, so they might even break above. That's what trading is. But as of now, we are running in this trade plus 3,000 pips, which is a great hit. It's a great trade. Biggest trade of the month, I believe. Ooh, I think prices, not yet. But we're almost there, baby. We're almost there. So our take profit is at 1150. And right now we are only about 200 pips short. So, with this crazy bullish momentum, I know our take profit is going to be hit. So I'm really excited, guys. I'm really excited for this. Okay, anyways, we did take our entries on the 1 hour. I'm gonna show you how we got it. I did send the trade in the Telegram channel, as I told you guys. The link is in the description below if you want to join, so that you won't miss out on great trades like this. So, Ooh, baby, 49. Now we're less than 100. Okay, so look at this. We did take a trade. As prices approach this zone, I realized that, okay, that's the retest. So I'll be anticipating a bounce off and prices, pushing higher to this market structure up here. So once that happened, I was waiting for a change in trend. So prices came here, created a lower high. So once prices created, a higher low, I realized, okay, now the bullish trend might be over. And as I saw these bearish candles lose momentum and then create these dojis, when this second doji here created that's a bullish engulfing, I took my short right here because that was engulfing. And since it doesn't have any bearish momentum in that, so I realized, okay, we can add a Fibonacci to it, hit the 0.618, and that was my call. I took my shot. As prices created this second high, I went break even. And I remember I told you guys, so I was at around break even here, right? And then prices were retracing crazy. And then I asked you guys like, hey, what should I do with this trade, right? Prices are retracing. Some of y'all told me, hey, close that, secure the bag. But I told you I'm gonna leave it the way it is because that's what I am. Like I'm already at break even. I'm not risking any of my capital, so I'll let the market do its thing. Prices retraced, didn't stop us out, and then consolidated a bit over the weekend, and then just came in with this crazy bullish momentum. Guys, I think our take profit has been hit. I'm going to send a screenshot of this in YouTube, Telegram, Instagram, all my platforms, but be sure to join the Telegram because that's where we always send our updates. The link is in the description below. Take profit has been hit on volatility 75, guys. It's incredible now as I'm watching this. So I'll be anticipating for prices to actually, because of this bullish momentum, I'll be anticipating for prices to break above here, maybe give us a retest before we actually go higher. If it does, we'll be looking for more entries. If not, voila, we just made money, guys. So till next time, guys, this was Black speaking. If this video has been of help to you, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like, share with a couple of friends that you believe will be of help to them. Till next time, I love you guys. Peace and love.